Hey friends, it's Laura with Laura's Handmade Haven. Welcome or welcome back. I'm so glad you joined me today. We're continuing our Cozy Up October flannel scrap projects, and today I have a super fun and beginner-friendly idea for you. So the supplies you're going to need to gather, go ahead and get yourself some flannel scraps, or if you need to go get some yardage, you're going to need about half of a yard. That's going to be plenty to do what we're going to be doing today. You'll actually have some extra left over to maybe sew up some gifts for other people as well. You'll see today that I'm actually going to do some piecing for one of my pieces of fabric. And the reason I'm doing that is just to kind of show you how easy it can be to segment that neck wrap if you do some piecing on the top of it. Then you don't have to measure and mark anything. You have your piece lines to do your segments for your neck wrap. Without further ado, we're going to swing on down to the cutting table and cut out the fabric strips that we need for the pieced set, and we're going to cut out the fabric strip that we need for the back of the neck wrap as well. Okay, so the other thing you're going to need, get yourself about 3 to 4 cups of rice, and I don't mean minute rice. Don't get minute rice. Get yourself some long grain rice. I think I'm actually using a basmati or jasmine today. So that's the 3 things that you're going to need besides a sewing machine and some thread. Oh, and when you're selecting your thread, make sure it's 100% cotton thread because these are going in the microwave to heat up. So you want everything to be 100% cotton, otherwise it could burst into flames, and that's not what we're going for. The measurements for our neck wrap is 6 by 24, but I'm going to be cutting a few pieces for the top of the neck wrap, and those are going to be 3.5 by 6.5. So I actually want 8 of those. And I'm just going to kind of line up my fabrics here. And I'm going to cut these together just for some efficiency. So I'm just layering these fabrics together. Like I said, we want 3.5 by 6.5. And we need 8 of those. The first thing I'm going to do is just cut off a straight edge down here just to give myself a good starting point. And then I'm going to move this over. Actually, let me check to see here. Let's see. This is 11 inches wide, basically. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this at 6. Like I said, the pieces are 6 by 24. And then the pieced pieces that I'm cutting are 6 by 3.5. I may have said 6.5, but I meant 6. So ignore that. 6 by 3.5. So I'm going to move this over to the 3.5 mark. This gives me 2 of each, so that's 4. And 2 of each is 8. All right, so now I have 8 of these cut. Those will be all sewn together. The last thing I need to do is cut that 6 by 24 inch piece. And I think I'm gonna go with this fabric for my backing fabric. That's always the decision, right? I'm always like, oh, well, do I want this one? Do I want that one? All right, so a little cheat that I'm going to do here is I'm just going to use my 24-inch long ruler, and I'm going to go catty corner on my cutting mat because you can get all 24 inches on there. And I'm just going to cut around my ruler. Because like I said, 6 by 24. So if you have people in your life that have neck pain, or maybe some arthritis setting in with age, as some of us are aging. All right, so there's our 24-inch piece. Let's go over to the sewing machine to piece our pieces together. If you haven't seen my videos before, I am using a Juki DX7. I do love my Juki. I am using a Metler 100% cotton silk finish thread in my top and bobbin. And I'm using a Schmetz Microtech needle. And I'm just going to sew these right sides together, and then I'll start sewing segments together. I'm just alternating the patterns. Nothing fancy there. I am keeping it at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. with my 1/4 inch piecing foot. Thankfully, these fabrics are not directional. If they were, you might want to consider thinking about the direction of the fabrics. Just lining up the edges, sewing those together. All right, so I'm gonna take this to the ironing board and press this out really good to make sure all those seams are flat. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is just sew the front to the back. And you're gonna sew this in basically a big U shape. You're gonna start at this end down here, and we're just going to do a little back stitch, and again, a 1/4 inch seam, all the way down and around into a U. Feel free to pin this if you want. I'm just pushing those seams down so they go the same direction as the other side. And then another back stitch at the end. Now we're going to clip the 2 corners at the other end of this tube that we've created. Don't cut through your stitching line, of course. And now we're simply just going to reach in and pull it out so it's right sides out. And now we're ready to start filling our bag. Now you can use your finger for this, or you can get your scissors, or you can get a 2-point turner. It's really up to you. I'm going to be fine with just my little finger sticking this out for the corner. And then I'm going to give this one good press on the ironing board just to make sure that my seams are good and straight and pressed into place all the way down this tube. The next thing you're going to do is put about 1/3 to 1/2 of a cup of rice into the tube. And that's going to create our first section. This is a 1/4 inch scoop. So I'm going to go ahead and get almost another one, probably closer to 1/3 than 1/2 there. Now, if you want, you can definitely pin this across here to make sure that nothing moves on you. I think I can, well, I think I am going to pin that. Pin it down close to the rice, and then it will just kind of help keep that rice in place and keep it out of the line of your presser foot. So you can see that I'm pinning it really far down. I'm going to stitch right here, but I pinned it way back here. So that's probably at least 1/2 of an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch back. And I'm going to decrease my stitch length just a little bit down to 2.0. And I'm going to basically stitch in the ditch between these 2 segments. And now I'm going to do the same thing again for the next section, just putting about 1/3 to 1/2 of a cup of rice down the tube. Shaking this down. And then I can move these pins up to pin along here. We're going to repeat for each section up the tube. Until we get to the other end. So I'm going to go ahead and keep working on this, and then when I get to the end, I will give you some pointers for that one. All right, so for this last section, I only put in a quarter of a cup of rice. And the reason I did that is because I need to be able to pin this rice back into place. And I need to be able to turn in the ends to create my finished look. So whatever you're putting in these other sections, I would suggest that you put in much less for that last section. And then when we turn this, and then when we put this onto our sewing machine, you can go ahead and pin this into place too, but you're going to turn it in about 1/4 of an inch, a little more if you want. It's really up to you. It's however much however much it will allow. But you need to put less rice in because you're going to have your presser foot going a lot closer than on the other seams because you can't put it on, you don't have any wiggle room here. You have to finish this edge. Now, just because this is the last little part of this, I'm going to flip this over and stitch one more time from the other side all the way across. Just a little extra security. I don't know. You probably don't have to do this, but I just like having a little extra security. I don't want rice going crazy in my house anywhere. Okay, so let me trim all of these little strings and we will have our wrap up. So here we have our latest Cozy Up October. This is a rice neck wrap. This would be great. You just throw it in the microwave for a minute or so, and then just put it on your neck and it will be so soothing. Now, if you're into essential oils, you could definitely put some lavender in with the rice as you are sewing it into the sleeve. That's definitely an option. You can obviously customize the colors and the patterns. If you don't want to do this piecing on the front, you could totally just cut 2 pieces of 6 by 24 inch fabric and use it. I will caution you, make sure you do use 100% cotton fabric and thread, and then use rice, but not minute rice, so to fill it. Now, I know that I have had one in the past that was filled with like shelled corn. Now, don't use popcorn, but you could use like a shelled corn like you'd get by the feed store for animals or whatever, but not popcorn. That wouldn't be very good. Now, I will say that my husband says that he likes the rice more than the corn, just because even if it's not popcorn, when you heat up corn, it smells like popcorn, and that can get a little obnoxious after a while, especially when it's so close to your face like this, if it's going to be on your neck for a heated neck wrap. So this is our latest Cozy Up October project. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you picked up a tip or trick along the way. I hope that it will encourage you to use up some of those flannel scraps and to make some gifts for yourself or others. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those down below in the video. Check the description box for any of the supplies that I used today. And until next time, find joy in all you do. Carve out some time for crafting and creating. And remember, it's always better when you make stuff up.